Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Uh, it's trade deadline time. I had a couple targets, but I'm just documenting my thought process here. I'd say these are the only true locks I think for the second half of the season. There's a lot of holes. I do have the first base spot wrong. Um, so we need and infielders pretty bad. None of these guys are hitting well. I mean, Andres Jimenez, he's been decent against lefties, but in that tiny sample, I don't know. I don't know what to do here because Juan Brito has had too small of a sample against lefties to really judge. Overall, he's been all right, but nothing that can take over. I mean, in AAA, Chloe Watson's been killing it, but he came up here and he couldn't hit a lick. Um, Same thing with Angel Martinez. He's barely hitting down there. Travis Bazana's on the way, but I don't think he'll be ready this year. As for the outfield, the outfield's not bad against the righties, but against the lefties, it's terrible. I could use a center fielder, but I mean, Joey Weimer's fine there. Again, even against righties, I mean, Joey Weimer's defense makes up for it. He's not good at the bat, but still 1.2 WAR against righties. But yeah, so those are our needs. Really need a right-handed hitter, because even George Springer we brought in to hit righties or hit lefties, and he's not done it very well. All right, we have our first trade of the trade deadline. This one is a big one. We're going to be losing Andres Jimenez. If you follow me anywhere else but YouTube, you know how much I love this guy. But he just does not hit, especially in this game. And the contract is just not something I want to have to deal with. In return, we're also going to be sending Wilfredo Antunes. He just doesn't hit in AAA. I don't really see if there's ever going to be a place for him, especially as a lefty outfielder. In return, we're using Ketel Marte on a struggling Diamondbacks team. He's having a very good season. He also has a 4-year contract, but the money goes down. It's way less than Jimenez. He can play anywhere. You're going to get Slade Sassoni, who's also a Guardian in real life. I have a plan with him. I think I'm going to try to put him in the development lab for stuff, and if this goes up, he could be a very good starting pitcher. Like, if these secondary pitches got a little better, oh yeah, now we're talking. I'm also going to Ruben Calzada, who is a very good looking starting pitching prospect. He is pitching very good in the rookie league at only 17 years old, so I really like this guy. So I'm happy to pick him up, and we're going to go ahead and complete this trade. Fans are sad to see Jimenez go, but I think it's for the better. Okay, I believe we have our second deal. We're going to be sending Joey Cantillo, who I was going to try to convert into a lefty reliever. He's good in AAA, but he's never he hasn't really gotten a shot in the bigs. But I don't think this will work in the big leagues. If it works for Toronto, cool, but I don't see it. Cam Schulke, just a little throw in. He's not very good. In return, we need Dalton Varsho, who's going to play center field, only against righties, so actually most of the time, but he'll platoon with Joey Weimer. He's not making too much money. Might be able to trade him in this offseason if we want to. And Trevor Rogers, who's a left-handed pitcher who has been pitching very, very good this season. We need a new lefty because our two lefties are struggling right now. So we're going to go and make this trade. Dalton Varsho was also an all-star. And they were both all-stars. Wow. Alright, these are the lineups we're cooking with here. Pretty fire. I think we're a lot weaker against the lefties. But, it'll be fine. Pitching is going to stay the same. We got Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers is going to be our specialist and a middle reliever. Other than that, we're going to be staying the same. The change I made to make Clase stop with the secondaries closer helped him get the innings back up, so we're actually getting a bit more value out of him than we did last year. We did not make any more deals. We got a couple offers regarding Kershaw and Josh Naylor, but we didn't end up making any. So this is the team we're rocking with. It's pretty solid, I think. We have a chance to make a run. We're on another skid right now. We are 2-8 in our last 10. We need to turn this around quick. We're 5.5 games out. I think we'll be fine. We just need Jose to get back healthy, and then our offense to wake up a little bit. Everything else should be pretty good. We're gonna call Ramon Laureano as our batter addition, and Peter Strzelecki to help the bullpen. David Fry is hitting very well, so I'm gonna send out Anthony Sigler and let Bo and David Fry platoon. Oh, I know Chase Lauder signed a position this whole time. All right, now we're up against St. Louis, who is not a good team. They're out of the race as well. Should be easy wins. We lose 1, we lose 2, we get swept. We're now 4.5 games back. Everything has to go perfect for us to make it. Not lose. We won. We won again. Oh, one of either the Red Sox or the Rays, they play each other. We need one of them to sweep the other, and we need to sweep the 63 and 96 Astros. There we go. We got our win. So now we need the Red Sox to sweep the Rays. We lost. And we're eliminated. He had 7.0 WAR. He missed a lot of games, which I think is going to hurt his MVP hopes. Yeah, J-Rod had 9 WAR. That injury really hurt him. He missed 3 weeks, and that cost him. Unfortunate. The Detroit Tigers will take on the Cincinnati Reds in the World Series. The Tigers are built behind a very dominant starting pitching with Tarek Skubal, Jackson Jobe, Wilmer Flores, and Tyler Holton. Their bullpen is also very good, second in the American League, behind Ryan Helsley, and a plethora of other strong relievers. Their offense is a little weak, but they still have O'Neal Cruz, Colt Keith with 45 home runs, Chase Young with 30 home runs. The Cincinnati Reds are an offensive-heavy team, but their pitching's all right. They're very top-heavy with Zach Gallen and Andrew Abbott. Nick Lodolo and Nabil Krismat rounded out. Their bullpen is pretty bad. I don't know how they got here, low-key. They have some very strong batters like Christian Encarnacion Strand, Matt McClain, Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie, who missed most of the year, but is still a very, very good player. I think if I had to predict, I would say that the Tigers are going to win this series in 6 games. And the Reds swept them. So I was very, very wrong. Congratulations, Cincinnati. You have brought a World Series to Ohio. Or LeBron James could. Hey guys, Tyler from the future here. This episode was too short, so I'm adding in the off-season too. Sue me. Hello. My name is LeBron James. We are back here for the off-season. The disappointment that was last year has moved. I've moved past it, you know. Like, it was really sad, don't get me wrong, but it's a new beginning. I think I know what we did wrong last offseason. We went way too fast. We didn't sit back and calculate our moves. That's how we ended up trading Kyle Manzardo for Spencer Torkelson. But, you know, that's in the past now. So we're going to take it slow. We're going to carefully think through all of our moves. And we're going to come up with a better team. My original goal was to win the World Series in 3 years. This is year 3, so hopefully we can get it done. First of all, we gotta set up this little development lab over here. Alright, priority number 1 for this offseason is going to be improving this offense, which was very, very bad last year. But I think these are what I consider the locks. I think David Fry could definitely move. We get a good offer. He's not a lock. We're going to take David Fry out. But Ketel Marte will be starting at third base, is my new plan. His defense is like average everywhere, so I can just throw him at third. Jose's going to move to right field because we have a lot of infielders, and I anticipate his defensive ratings going down, so I want to hide him out there. Joey Weimer and Dalton Varsho will platoon in the outfield. If I get a good offer for Varsho, I will move him, but he's just terrible against lefties, so I like to platoon him. But I also think Joey Weimer would be just fine if I'd had him play both. And then Chase Lauder will be our everyday left fielder. The awards are out. Here are your American League Gold Glovers. The only guy we really had a candidate for was center field Dalton Varsho. He did not win, unfortunately. I think he was robbed. National League, here are your guys. Ooh, I voted for Jimenez, but I guess he didn't win. AL reliever of the year is Andres Munoz. Over Clase, even though Clase had way more innings, it was more valuable, in my opinion. 10 other people agreed with me. Cade Smith got some down ballot votes as well, as long as Guardian Paul Sewell. Edwin Diaz won it for the second straight year in the National League. Our Platinum Bats, Jose Ramirez, with the batting title, took the win here. With a couple other very familiar, I feel like, faces. Jose's probably the oldest one, I think. Yeah. Or maybe Kyle Tucker. Nope. Jose's the oldest. Here, more familiar faces. I mean, Matt McClain, he had an insane year, 8.3 WAR. Teoscar Hernandez actually won it with 100 WRC+. That's how bad left field is in the National League. Rookie of the Year is Carson Williams. Cole Young also got votes. He's pretty good. National League Rookie of the Year, unanimous, Drew Gilbert. AJ Hinch of the Detroit Tigers took home Manager of the Year, and David Bell, the world champion, took it in the National League. The American League Cy Young went to Tarek Skubal once again. Wait, once again? Nope, first time. We didn't get anybody with votes. Very sad. Paul Skeens won the Cy Young Award in his second year. Zach Gallen also got votes. The MVP is Julio Rodriguez unanimously. Jose Ramirez should not have been that low, I will say. He should be much, much higher. Very disappointed in them. The National League is Matt McClain. It's much closer than it should have been, in my opinion. And Michael Harris Jr. also got one first place vote. Free agents have been released. I'm not going to lie. A very, very weak class. Alright, guys, I'm not going to lie. I ran out of disk space in my last recording. Well, basically, to sum it up, we signed Ratty Tellez and Edwin Diaz for insanely cheap. I have no idea why he accepted that. He just really wanted to play in Cleveland, I guess. We offered Woodruff and Schwarber, but they wanted more money than we were willing to give them. We still have minor league contracts out on Braxton Garrett, John Gray, and then this Kenji Yano guy, who's an international free agent. We did make a trade. We made two trades, actually. We traded Joe Naranjo for Matthew Etzel, because Naranjo needed to get off the 40-man. And we had made another trade. Where's the other trade? Down here. We sent George Valera, Robert Arias, Darlton Varsho, Christian Cairo, and Gabriel Arias all to the Angels for Jose Quijada, who we have since DFA'd, Brian Rocchio, and Zach Nito. We also made a Rule 5 selection, who was Ramon Gomez, who looks like a pretty solid arm, potentially. We lost a couple people. We lost Hunter Dobbins, Trevor Stephan, and somebody else. I don't remember. But this is how our lineups are looking now. This is how our pitching's looking now. I'm looking for potentially another starting pitcher. We'll see if we can make that happen. Anyway, hopefully I have enough disk space now. Well, some pretty fire player development lab results. No improvement from everybody except Shigekuzi Yamaguchi, who improved plate discipline. We're going to send Ramon Gomez back to the Mets. He was very good in spring training, but we just have, too many relievers. We're going to have to send him back. This is how we'll set up the pitching rotation to start the year. The rotation looks like this. A lot of regression from Bybee. Williams had a good spring training. Lively, his rating's been the same, and he just keeps producing, so I guess I'll keep making the roster. McKenzie and Andrew Heaney will be here. Contract year. Emmanuel Clase, Cade Smith, and Edwin Diaz are our big three. Cade Smith's going to be high leverage guy. Classy is going to remain the closer, and Edwin Diaz will be the setup guy. They're all stopper roles. Then middle relief with Hunter Gaddis is a high leverage guy. AJ Pook also a high leverage guy, but a specialist as well. And here's what our lineups are going to look like. As you see, once again, we are falling for the Stephen Kwan train. The contact, his ratings are still there. He hasn't produced in the last couple of years, but we're hoping that he'll figure it out at the leadoff spot. He's leading off against both. We have Ketel Marte against righties and Brian Roquio against lefties, followed by Jose Ramirez, who moves back to third base. Didn't end up needing him in the outfield. Then we have the respective lefty and righties behind them. We have a lot of platooning going on. Interesting enough, Josh Bell made the roster with a very strong spring training and some solid ratings. He does favor righties heavily though, so he will not get the start against lefties, at least to start the season. Overall, I think these are probably some of the best lineups we've turned out. We have a couple guys down in AAA that are going to be ready soon to come support. We have moved up to number 11th in the farm system ratings with Kenji Yano, our newly signed bat, making it on here. We'll put him in AAA. Travis Bazana is also number 28, and Joey Oki's number 38. Preseason predictions do not like what I've done. Once again, they have us at 71-91, 13 games out of a very weak AL Central. Jacob Kozar, our catching prospect, will start the year in AA. Henry Godbout, our comp pick from last year, will start the year in A-ball. Raul Vera will move up to AA. Jason Choria makes a very, very big jump from A+ ball to AAA after he went off in spring training. Thank you all so much for watching this off-season episode of the series. The series is probably gonna end after this year because I have other ideas I want to do. I might start a new series with a different team with shorter episodes, but the same length episodes, but the episodes will cover an entire season from opening day to opening day. So I don't know I might do that. We'll see though. We can win it this year. If we don't, I'll be very sad, but it'll be worth it.